Hey team, welcome to another episode of Ask Top, sponsored by MentorMilitary.com. Today we're going to discuss how to recover from a relief for cause evaluation report. This is part of a series concerning relief for cause reports. You might find value in the other episodes, so check out the playlist at the end of this video. If you're watching this video, odds are you have spoken with the rating chain, filed a commander's inquiry, and filed an appeal, and lost the battle. Now your record has a relief for cause report in it, which can be a career ender. But don't give up. You have options. Receiving a relief for cause report is a significant emotional event, personally and professionally, especially when you feel you did not deserve it, or it could have been handled in another way, and or your chain of command failed to treat you with dignity, respect, and or compassion. Let's be honest. In some cases, a relief for cause report is mandatory, and the chain of command had no other choice but to take action. Regardless of the situation, you need to understand the tactics, techniques, and procedures that will potentially help you recover from this difficult situation. First, understand that this report will most likely lead to a review for separation under the Qualitative Management Program. Therefore, you need to do everything possible to prepare now while the details are fresh in your mind. Keep all of your documentation from your commander's inquiry and appeal. This includes your rater and senior rater support forms, your support form, the draft and final evaluation report, all third-party statements you collected, and any responses you received regarding your appeal and commander's inquiry. If you filed an Article 138 complaint or IG complaint, keep those results as well. Now it's time to develop your strategy for retention and service. In accordance with AR 635-200, soldiers with 17 years and 9 months of service may be extended to complete 20 years of service per Chapter 19. In some cases, a relief for cause may be based on UCMJ action that reduced the leader, resulting in potential separation because the reduction in grade caused the leader to exceed their retention control point. In these cases, the leader should request an exception to policy. For example, a staff sergeant was reduced to sergeant and they have 18 years of service. They would not normally be allowed to retire. Therefore, they should request an exception to policy. For leaders that do not have 17 years and 9 months of service, the best thing you can do is to collect third-party statements on why you should be retained in service. These should come from people senior to you and, if possible, include your rating chain and or your chain of command. Keep in mind your rating chain felt compelled or should have felt compelled by duty and obligation to give you a relief for cause report, but they may not want you to be removed from service. Meaning they believe you made a mistake that required belief, but at the same time believe your mistake should not result in removal from service. Statements from the rating chain can go a long way in supporting your case. You can also get statements from individuals outside your current unit. For example, previous leaders you work with that have knowledge of your performance and potential, the chaplain, behavioral health, JAG, and any other agency that might be able to help build your case. On a side note, if you are in the process of receiving a relief for cause, you could always ask the rater and senior rater to add comments that state you should be retained in service. For example, while Staff Sergeant Smith was relieved, he does have the potential and should be retained on active duty. Now that you've collected your third-party statements, it's time to prepare your request to remain on active duty. This request should take information from all of your documentation and provide the reasons you should be retained to include your potential and current level of performance. Hey, if you like what you're hearing, how about hit the subscribe button for me, leave a comment about this video or a subject you'd like us to cover in the future. If you are preparing a commander's inquiry, evaluation appeal, QMP response, feel free to contact me using my email address in the description below and we can discuss possible options. AR 635-200 specifically states a soldier denied continued service under the QMP program may appeal the determination and request retention on active duty on the basis of improved performance and/or presence of material error in the soldier's record when it was reviewed by the selection board. Keep in mind you only get one shot at an appeal, so you need to make it count. Enlist assistance from individuals that you trust, that support you, and request assistance and review of your appeal from JAG and IG to see if they have any recommendations concerning your appeal. In accordance with AR 635-200, a commander can also appeal a Q&P action on your behalf. Specifically, a commander in the grade of lieutenant colonel or higher may submit an appeal on the behalf of a soldier selected for Q&P on the basis of the soldier's current performance and potential. Such an appeal must be based on the commander's judgment that the soldier merits retention after comparing the soldier's current performance with documents cited as grounds for denial of continued service. A commander's appeal is separate and distinct from the soldier's appeal since it is based on different criteria. This means you have two bites at the apple. You can prepare an appeal, and a commander in the grade of lieutenant colonel or higher can appeal on your behalf. If you can get a commander to appeal your case, you stand a better chance of being retained. Keep in mind you only have 60 days to submit your appeal, and that's why it's so important to start developing the appeal immediately after your relief while the facts and details are fresh in your mind. The best thing you can do after receiving a relief for cause report is to be exceptionally professional and perform in a stellar manner. Give the chain of command every reason to support your Q&P appeal. Your actions and a positive and professional attitude will go a long way in obtaining support to retain you on active duty. You should also prepare for the worst case scenario in which you are separated from service. Prepare your resume. Contact transition assistance to obtain information on what you should do to prepare for a potential separation. Don't wait to be Q&P'd. Be proactive. You are in charge of your destiny, and you need to prepare for both outcomes. Enroll in college. If possible, finish your degree. Send your resume to businesses to see if you can get interviews. Take the interviews. It will give you practice in preparing for job interviews. Hey, and if you happen to be selected for a job, you can apply for voluntary separation under AR 635-200. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is for you to take charge of your destiny. It is easy to get bitter and angry when you receive a relief for cause report, but this attitude and tone will do more harm than good. You have the capability to overcome this difficult situation. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Go forth and do great things. Prepare your appeal and simultaneously prepare for separation. Either way, you win. While this may feel like it's the end of the world, it's not. This is a door that has opened other opportunities, and you need to seize upon those opportunities and prepare yourself so you can take advantage of them. There's nothing easy about receiving a relief for cause report. There's a lot of emotion associated with it. You have to get past the emotion and look to the future. Just remember you got this, and I wholeheartedly encourage you to go forth and do great things because you are not a failure. And these events do not define you. You can choose to do nothing and feel sorry for yourself, or you can aggressively prepare for potential outcomes, and you will be far better off than had you done nothing. Hey, if you're watching this, I know you're going through difficult times, so I hope you got some value out of this episode. If you like what you're hearing, how about hit the subscribe button? Also, if I can help, please feel free to contact me. My email's in the description below. And until next time, stay safe and stay healthy.